In the past couple of years, major studios struggled at the box office with the pandemic, several strikes, and the rise of streaming platforms. However, Disney proved they still got it this year with the blockbuster Inside Out 2.
I can't believe today was a good day.
Inside Out 2 was a major critical and commercial success for Disney and its subsidiary Pixar, ending its theater run with a massive $1.67 billion worldwide after becoming the highest grossing animated film ever. However, its success at the box office overshadowed the production issues behind it, as IGN reported many conflicts behind the scenes. The studio underwent massive layoffs this year in May, and insiders described an unprecedented crunch surrounding Inside Out 2. The outlet spoke to 10 former employees from Pixar, all under anonymity. They detailed the layoffs as well as the involvement in the beloved film, as well as the fact that the laid-off employees never received bonuses after the success of the sequel. I think for a month or two, the animators were working 7 days a week, one source said. Ridiculous amounts of production workers, just people being tossed into jobs they'd never really done before. It was horrendous, they said.
Stupid.
What did that do?
Stupid. Ask me why you get paid. Stupid.
That was the pressure felt by everybody, one source explained about the need for Inside Out 2 to succeed. The film's credits are longer than any other Pixar film, and everyone felt the pressure. Another source noted that for Disney, due to the profit-sharing model, a title has to gross more than $600 million to be considered profitable. On top of that, Disney sees a film as a hit only if it crosses the $1 billion mark, something that rings true considering the pressure 2023's Elemental went through as it neared the $500 million milestone. We need this movie to succeed because we won't have a studio otherwise, and that's the pressure that everybody felt the whole time. Even now, I think people that are gone are still feeling that pressure of like, oh my god, we did it. We did it. For years, there has been a conversation about Riley's sexuality. The character who turned 13 in the second installment was hinted to be gay, and sources explained that the studio is terrified of changing that, and they are avoiding LGBTQ+ themes, especially after 2022's Lightyear's disappointing run, grossing $218.7 million worldwide. The internal culture of Pixar right now is really tough, one former employee says. There is just an incredible amount of people who are like, I can't do this anymore. Another chipped in, it is as far as I know still a thing where leadership, they'll bring up Lightyear specifically and say, oh, Lightyear was a financial failure because it had a queer kiss in it. That's not the reason the movie failed.
And I guess your best wasn't good enough.
The team behind Inside Out 2 had to work on multiple edits to make Riley come across as less gay. The team edited the scenes between Riley and Val, a new character she met at a hockey camp, to make it look as platonic as possible, removing any chance of a romantic chemistry. Instead, we only see Riley idolizing Val, and there are no traces of any possible romantic storyline. However, the comparisons between Lightyear and Inside Out 2 are unfair, and the presence, or lack thereof, of LGBTQ+ themes had nothing to do with the quality of the films. On top of Lightyear arriving at a difficult time for theaters in 2022, the film came with a lot of pressure based on the Toy Story IP. Meanwhile, Inside Out 2 continued to portray the realities of growing up, with all the emotions and hardships they entail, something everyone related to. Multiple sources also noted that the original director Pete Docter, who is listed as an executive producer on the sequel, leaving Kelsey Mann at the helm, was more involved in the film, which was also one of the sources of the problems. I mean, you saw the end result of that. Inside Out 2 made $1 billion at the box office, one person explained. That was a direct result of Pete's involvement. Pete's a genius, no one can dispute this. Another insider also highlighted that the studio leans on Doctor to an unhealthy degree, which led to the crunch situation on Inside Out 2. You cannot do anything without Pete, literally nothing, and that creates a bottleneck.
Bummer. Huh? This is a bummer, man.
This isn't the first time recently where animation studios have disgruntled employees. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse had similar issues, and this could be one of the reasons why the final film in the trilogy is taking so long to release.